All right, hey, I just want to be clear here. Republicans hate black people. MAGA hates black people, right? So if you're watching this and you're a black person, MAGA hates you. They hate you. They loathe you. They despise your existence. What's my evidence for this?
How obviously racist do we have to be? Or somebody says, wait, now, that's not right. I think it's not right. But, is there any line in the sand? Just tell me this.
Yeah. It's a what?
Any line in the sand when Trump asks you and your cohorts to do something, and it's one step too far. Is there one for you?
I think a violation of the Constitution.
Oh, that's been done. Oh.
How scary is that? The millions of Americans that support the president we have today don't support them because of reason, don't support him because of fact, don't support him because of logic. They don't support him because of anything in alignment with reality. They support him out of hate and disdain for you, if you are a black person, right? And once again, the fact that we have had 20 people come up here and vocalize their explicit hatred for black people, instead of giving one argument for why they support Trump, one reason, talking about the economy, talking about his policy, immigration, foreign affairs. No, it's just the N-word. So, if you're a black person, if you're a brown person, if you're BIPOC, MAGA hates you.
There is absolutely nothing that MAGA folks won't blame on people of color. Not because folks of color are actually to blame for any of those things, but because it's all MAGA knows. If you're out of work, must be because an immigrant of color or a black person took your job. If your taxes are too high, it must be because of welfare payments going to those people. Never mind the contradiction of saying that they take all the jobs, but also take none of the jobs because they're too busy relying on welfare rather than working. It can't be both, guys. You got to pick a lane, right? Kid didn't get into the college you wanted? Well, must be because a person of color got preferential treatment and stole their slot, even though the Supreme Court has essentially ended race-based affirmative action. You can't afford a home? Well, it must be because immigrants are taking all the homes and driving up the cost. Forget for a minute that they're also the ones building most of the homes, thereby driving down the cost. But, whatever. Scared of crime? Well, it must be because black and brown folks and migrants are making the cities unsafe. Forget for a minute that crime has actually dropped, even as immigration has gone up, and immigrants have lower crime rates than American citizens, but, whatever. When the pandemic hit, oh yeah, that was the fault of Asians, people of color, and their open air markets. When a door flew off a plane a couple years ago, Elon blamed it on a DEI program for pilots, and when a barge brought down a bridge in Baltimore, the right blamed it on the DEI mayor, which is just their new word for the N-word. To MAGA, white folks are never to blame for anything. Black and brown folks are to blame for everything. Why? Because MAGA is a racist cult. If your answer for every problem in America is people of color, you're a racist by definition. If your answer is Jews, you're a Nazi. And in either case, you deserve to be crushed utterly and without pity or mercy.
Why do you support Trump?
Because he's getting rid of all the illegal Mexicans.
Why do you specifically just want to get rid of people who are Mexican?
Because the Mexicans in Southern California are ruining this place.
No, they're not.
Yes, listen, you don't live here.
I do live in Southern California. I live in Los Angeles. Mexicans here in Los Angeles make this city and county a significantly better area to live in.
Dirty.
No, you're a dirty piece. The fact that you just consider people who are Mexican dirty is a disgusting racist trope perpetuated by bigoted pieces such as yourself that don't actually base any of their positions on facts, but instead emotions. You're the same type of people that tell us not to get vaccinated. Watch. Do you think the COVID vaccine was safe and effective?
It was not effective.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean? These are the people who don't believe in science. These are the people who don't believe in science. So their whole notion here of quote unquote dirty is simply them just being a bigoted racist people and actually not a description of actual reality, because they don't believe in science. They don't believe in facts. He's a tinfoil hat, bigoted, snowflake-triggered idiot.
There are a whole lot of people in the United States who now feel emboldened to openly express their racism because they believe, they know that someone at the top, the very top, is on their side.
So, well, because of what you were doing today, you can't just be flipping people off, making them feel uncomfortable.
Because a Mexican, stopped me.
Okay, I don't think that's what happened.
You know what? They need to go back to Mexico.
Okay, you can't be saying things like that.
Yeah, I can.
No, it's
Yeah, I can. No, it's not racist.
So here's the thing, Tracy.
It's our president of the United States.
Tracy.
Our president of the United States, Trump.
Tracy.
No impact right here.
That's neither here nor there, okay?
Okay, so Trump says
Trump has nothing to do with North
Trump's
Dakota.
the president.
I understand that, but he has nothing
You understand that, right?
Yes, but he has nothing to do
Okay,
with
you understand that, right? Correct?
Correct.
You understand that.
And then she decides to talk to the other cop because she thinks that'll work out better for her, but it in fact does not. In fact, it's worse.
Targeting them because they're
I
so
didn't say
race.
they were a certain race.
Well, you said they were Mexican, they had to go back to Mexico.
Well,
You said that.
They do.
No, they don't. They're citizens here that can stay here.
Are they citizens?
How would you know that?
How do you know that?
I can't assume that they're not citizens. If someone's here, I just
So
just
maybe
until I
you
have
need to go
evidence.
down there and
How do I know
find
you're?
out.
How do I know you're a citizen?
Because my dad served in the United States Army.
It doesn't mean you're a
I'm a citizen.
But how do I know you are compared to them?
This cop so perfectly sums up this entire come here legally argument because MAGA and Trump have normalized racial profiling while pretending it's all about the law. But yet there is no way to tell if someone is legal or not by just simply looking at them. And that's why I loved so much when the cop asked her, how do we know you're legal? How do we know you're a citizen? Maybe you should go back to where your ancestors are from. Because we don't know if she's legal. None of us do. Because citizenship, visas, legal status, none of that is visible. And when people say, we only care about legal immigration, what they actually mean is we feel completely entitled to profile, question, and harass certain people based on how they look. And that, my friends, is the real Trump derangement syndrome. When people convince themselves that their hatred is patriotic because their dear leader told them so.
That is a very disturbing video. You got a white guy in the face of a black woman on purpose because he's trying to be intimidating and to scare her, to try to make her cry, to try to make her feel inferior. Racism and hate. So whoever you are, I'm talking directly to you. You are a piece of trash. Because the reality is you just assaulted that innocent woman. And you did it, why? Because she's black? You're a disgrace to the United States of America. Again, you're a piece of trash. Because I tell you what, he wants to pretend that he's a badass. The only reason he's doing that is because Donald Trump became president, and he knows that Donald Trump is like him. He's this white dude that wants to be above everybody else. He wants to make everyone feel inferior. Let me tell you what this Latino's saying. You need a freaking kick in the balls, number one. Number two is you should be put in jail for assault. Number three, the entire world should put you on the internet and saying, you see this piece of trash? You see what he's doing? He's assaulting women. He's assaulting minorities. He doesn't like anyone who's not him. You're not a tough guy. You're just some piece of shit.
Visualizing your body makes you a better person.
Are you recording? I'm gonna record you. Yes. Do you want me to throw water on you? I am racist.
So idiot, for
and
real.
You are an idiot.
No,
I am racist, and I'll say that to the whole entire world. Don't be disrespectful. You ruined your life, by the way.
Oh, you're talking about respect? You're talking about respect? You are fired from this place, man. You're not gonna be working here. Sakwa. Look how you talking about ugliness?
I said, excuse me. Go back. Where are you from? I said, excuse me. Don't be rude.
You're the one that's rude.
No, I said, excuse me. I'm trying to buy something.
America.
So?
You're in America.
So what?
That's none of your business. Stay out of it.
I don't need to stay out of it.
I said, excuse me.
For everybody to hear. Stop being
goodness. You are very rude.
No, you're the one that's rude.
I said, excuse me, because I'm trying to grab my medicine.
You told me, you know what you told me.
Yes, I said, if you don't like it, I'm sorry.
Just go on. Just go on.
Whatever.
Get out of here.
No, I'm not going to get out of here. No, I'm not. Because this is my country. Yes, this is my country. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. I don't care.
We don't want
I don't care what you want or not.
We do want you here.
Leave me alone. No.
How rude. How rude.
Give her the...
No, ma'am.
Leave me alone.
This is inappropriate.
Thank you, her.
No, ma'am.
Tell her.
It's inappropriate.
I have no doubt in my mind that the map's gonna pass. If y'all can give us less than 0 seats, you would do it. Y'all do this under the orders of somebody that said the Civil Rights Act was harmful to white people, that it caused reverse racism. RFK said that black children are overfilled on antidepressants and that they need to be reparented on different forms. All of them. Pete Hegseth constantly brings Doug Wilson to the Pentagon to give a prayer service. Doug Wilson is the same pastor that said that slave owners were on strong spiritual ground. I don't have no belief in no morality on anybody that followed Donald Trump. If you wasn't with this map, you wouldn't be underneath this president. You wouldn't be in your party. You would stand up, you would stand against it, you would speak out about it. So as far as I'm concerned, if you here as one of these Trump Republicans, you already showed us who you are. You showed us what you want to do. And I believe the country as a whole is rebuking your party. Y'all are in a death spiral. That's why y'all have to redistrict. That's why y'all have to cheat. That's why Trump got to go to Texas and say he entitled to 5 more seats. It's because y'all know what y'all doing is abhorrent. But the beautiful thing is, the children that y'all have made and the people that's younger than y'all don't support none of this racism that y'all want. The MAGA party is the last breath of the Confederacy. And I'll be happy to see millennials and Gen Z dare y'all. There will be no more of your party. The midterms gonna come, y'all gonna get wiped out. Trump gonna get dragged out of the White House, and I'ma love every second of it.
On the woke team versus 100 Trump supporters really shared in a recent episode an encounter while he doesn't believe the GOP, including Donald Trump, can't stand black people.